Hey Fox, and unless you have your name on the death note, you can read the title and see that today's video is in fact about Brave Danganronpa Coward's Paradise. Just an FYI, I was planning on making a video on this series in the past. In fact, I still have the script for the video right here. I was even trying to draw the thumbnail for the video as well, although that ended in disaster. But after the team said they were going to undergo several changes, I decided to hold off. And well, I kind of forgot they existed after a few months. I'm still in their Discord and get their announcements, but like, now that I'm getting old and my back is starting to arch, it's tough, you know? Anyways, if you're here, you already know what's up. I was just minding my own business, listening to Spotify and eating healthy, when suddenly I get a ping from the Brave Danganronpa Discord, and lo and behold, hey guys, Prologue, 2 days, be ready, 2 days. And thus, here we are. So for today's video, as I have done in the past for other fangans, I'll be going over the premise of the series, such as introducing the characters and how I think they will be killed. Simple. Okay, 3, 2, 1, let's go. So Brave Danganronpa is of course a Danganronpa created by Gitaroo, whom you've probably heard of before. Maybe. And if I'm not mistaken, I am 99% sure that it started its primary development around March or April of 2018. Not too sure, information regarding staff seems limited, but the voice actors for each character is known, as you can see here. Now that is all the way, let's just get to what you came here for, the characters. First up is our protagonist, Hiroto Akagi, the ultimate vigilante. Or Vigilante? I don't know. A vigilante is basically like a hometown hero, similar to Spider-Man, fighting crimes and helping those in need within their respective area. So we can see Hiroto here as someone who be reliable in a killing game. It's possible he might have a big ego, but in retrospect, I feel as if he'll be your average mainstream shonen protagonist. As for my prediction, I still have notes about the killing predictions I made out of boredom back in 2018. In total, I made about 47 different killing routes. Hiroto Akagi, the ultimate vigilante, has a 5% chance of being a victim, 14% chance of being a killer, 76% chance of being a survivor, and a 7% chance of being the mastermind. For all you mathematicians out there, this doesn't add up to 100% due to overlapping. For example, in some scenarios, Hiroto was both a killer and a survivor. And if Hiroto dies, my calculations predict Hiroto would most likely become a killer in Chapter 5. Up next, we got Anko Hibana, our mystery ultimate. Based on what I've read, Anko, whatever, might seem a bit of a troll, a possibility for her becoming the next Nagito, but it'd be rude to compare her to Nagito. In her bio, it seems she admires heroes. Combine that with their similar appearance to Hiroto, and keeping her past a secret, I theorize that Anko, I keep changing her name, knew Hiroto, I keep changing his name, during their childhood, and Hiroto maybe even saved her before. This is typical shonen stuff, since Hiroto likes motorcycles, maybe he got in an accident that made him forget about Anko, then they got to know each other and have fun and fall in love, and Anko kills Hiroto, very classic shonen anime in my eyes. As for my prediction, Anko Hibana, our ultimate mystery, has a surprising 13% chance of being a victim, 19% chance of being a killer, 53% chance of being a survivor, and a 19% chance of being the mastermind. This is surprising in my book due to the fact that most mystery ultimates in my other fangame predictions spot an overwhelming mastermind and death percentage, but this time it may seem Anko might be different. Anko's highest death rate resides in Chapter 1 as a victim. Next, we meet Urara Amamiya, the ultimate mangaka. If you already didn't know, a mangaka is a manga writer. Duh. Urara spots a posh manner, which means they act ladylike, like one of those French girls from the 1700s. No, not those French girls, but I can tell, with that face, oh man, she's going to be amazing. Will she be a cinnamon bun, or will she spot some other dark side? Guess we'll have to wait and see. Urara Amamiya, the ultimate mangaka, spots an overwhelming 38% chance of being a victim, 25% chance of being a killer, 36% chance of being a survivor, and a 5% chance of being the mastermind. Urara's highest death rate was as a Chapter 3 victim. Now we move on to a certified cinnamon bun, Hibiki Kotobuki, the ultimate audio technician. I remember the memes made back then when people would say Hibiki was the offspring of Ibuki and Kazuichi, And yeah, I thought so too. It was tough picturing Hibiki in a killing game for various reasons, most notably trying to figure out his personality and past. While he does seem upbeat, the contradiction later in the bio, which amounts to perhaps mood swings, causes confusion. As such, my calculations for him was the most difficult to procure. Hibiki Kotobuki, the ultimate audio technician, has an 8% chance of being a victim, 17% chance of being a killer, 83% chance of being a survivor, and a 2% chance of being a mastermind. And if you are asking, no, there is definitely absolutely no bias within my statistics. Wink. Hibiki's highest death rate resides as a Chapter 3 victim. Now we move on to Rei Tsuji, the ultimate archer. And first I gotta say, damn! Rei has your typical cool beauty personas as you see in several animes. You know, those student presidents that everybody says, oh my god, they're so beautiful. Bro, you should ask her out. No way, she's out of my league. And then falls in love with the loner protagonist. You know what I'm talking about? Anyways, I read the rest of her bio and she has my exact humor. So I think we have our true waifu, right guys? But in all seriousness, she kinda sus though, not gonna lie. Rei Tsuji, the ultimate archer, provides a 20% chance of being a victim, 40% chance of being a killer, 42% chance of being a survivor, and a 3% chance of being the mastermind. As much as my heart loves Rei, my brain tells me she's dangerous. Her highest death rate comes from Chapter 2 as a killer. Now we have Stella, Hoshinari, the ultimate actress. Sorry, I'm taking drama classes and my C- grade kicked in. Stella almost seems like an antagonist. She has a backstory of someone who's been through hell and back to get where she is today, and she tries trampling the protagonist's hopes and dreams of becoming an actress more famous than Stella. That's just like the kind of vibe I get from her, making it quite suspicious if you ask me. Stella Hoshinori, the ultimate actress, holds a whopping 56% chance of being a victim, 29% chance of being a killer, 11% chance of being a survivor, and a 6% chance of being the mastermind. In all honesty, when I made these routes 2 years ago, it seems that I did not like Stella. I don't remember why though. Her highest death rate comes from Chapter 2, as a victim. We are now on Hana Kongou, the ultimate Tailor. When I first found the project, Hana was the first character I saw and I immediately fell in love with her. Which is a problem since I'm asexual, but Hana just seems so... what's the word?
A kawaii potato.
Not only is her talent cute, but her personality also entails that as well. Her bio also states that she may be timid, but she is trying to go through character development, which is probably one of my favorite anime tropes. It's like someone who's bullied start to stand up for themselves and their friends. It's exhilarating. Sadly, this is not an anime. It's a killing game. Hana Kongou, the ultimate Tailor, stacks a 41% chance of being a victim, 17% chance of being a killer, 39% chance of being a survivor, and a 3% chance of being the mastermind. The killer rate used to be much higher, but then I saw Gitaroo post a summer art of Anko and Hana. That might have skewed some results. Hana's highest death rate was as a Chapter 5 victim. Boom! Ha, get it? Cause it's Honoka Onizaki, the ultimate bomber. Guess I die now. Honoka, if I were to compare her personality, let's just say she's a VTuber, alright? That seems fair to me. She apparently has 2 personalities. A normal one, then I don't really know what to call the other one. I'm reading the bio, but what the hell is she? She blows stuff up and is happy when doing so? Is she the Joker or something? I don't know. The point is, the fact that I can't take her too seriously means the chance of her surviving is pretty damn low. Honoka Onizaki, the ultimate bomber, houses a 16% chance of being a victim, 66% chance of being a killer, 10% chance of being a survivor, and a 10% chance of being the mastermind. Face it, can you imagine a girl like Honoka to have a serious conversation during the final trial? Yeah, I didn't think so. The only way if she gets to the final trial is if she's the mastermind. Honoka's highest death rate would seem obvious to most, as a Chapter 3 killer. Okay, who the hell are you? Well, we got Daigo Takatsukasa, the ultimate hooligan? Oh boy. First off, what's a hooligan? Seems more of an insult than an actual talent, but apparently a hooligan is typically someone who likes to get into fights. So we got a hot-blooded fire within our ranks, yeah? Well, it seems that Daigo won't fight the weak, so I guess he's okay. He's got some common sense, but I feel like he's going to use brawn over bringing the majority of the killing game. As such, Daigo Takatsukasa, the ultimate hooligan, will have a 6% chance of being a victim, 78% chance of being a killer, 15% chance of being a survivor, and a 2% chance of being the mastermind. Daigo obviously holds the highest killer chances, and if it already wasn't obvious, Daigo's highest death rate comes from being the Chapter 4 killer. What may seem the polar opposite, we got Yukio Sato, the ultimate Patissier. I don't even know if I said that correctly. Just look at him though. Look at him. Why is he even in this killing game? Just leave him out of it, Gitaroo, please. But in all seriousness, Yukio is probably the ideal cinnamon bun that everyone knows and loves. Basically, textbook cinnamon roll right here, both figuratively and literally. Yukio was also difficult to imagine than my killing predictions, but a lot more predictable than Hibiki due to how cliche Yukio seems. Yukio Sato, the ultimate patissier, holds the highest victim chances at 58%, 11% chance of being a killer, 30% chance of being a survivor, and a 4% chance of being the mastermind. This is the part of the script where I'm supposed to say something clever, but what kind of Italian doesn't like tomatoes?
Not to be racist or anything, but
Yukio's highest death rate was as a Chapter 4 victim. Now we have Mitsuba Hagihara, the ultimate journalist. Mitsuba will certainly be an interesting character to have in a killing game. She will most likely definitely be suspicious of others and asking so many questions, as well as making the most accusations during investigations or trials. To future viewers, I can see a lot of them hating Mitsuba, but in my personal opinion, her skills are probably one of the most important skills out of everyone in the killing game. As such, most of the students will also see that, and I expect Mitsuba to have a very small survival rate. Mitsuba Hagihara, the ultimate journalist, has a 53% chance of being a victim, 31% chance of being a killer, 12% chance of being a survivor, and a 5% chance of being the mastermind. As you expect from her nosy personality, most of her deaths derive from unlucky coincidence of being in the wrong place at the wrong time. Mitsuba's highest death rate comes as a Chapter 3 victim. Next up, Daisuke Shiriaki, the ultimate skateboarder. Despite his appearances, he's an S-tier husbando. Using his talent as a skateboarder to support his family just tugs at the heartstrings, you know? He's like one of those delinquents who just likes very cute things like puppies and their toys. Trust me. Daisuke is 100% a sate who would do anything for his family. Wait a minute. Anything? Family? Uh-oh. Daisuke Shiriaki, the ultimate skateboarder, has a 25% chance of being a victim, 51% chance of being a killer, 23% chance of being a survivor, and a 1% chance of being the mastermind. I'm just saying now, when family is mentioned anywhere in the Danganronpa universe, you know it's not going to end well. Daisuke's highest death rate derives from being the Chapter 1 killer. Oh, this guy looks cool. Ichiro Taida, the ultimate doctor. As I read his bio, it's safe to say he's a kudere with a mix of tsundere. If you don't know what those are, you need more education. Basically, Ichiro doesn't seem to care about anything, but if someone is hurt, he'll be like, oh no. Anyway, it seems kind of simplistic yet complicated to predict his personality during a killing game. It seems he'll do whatever it takes to prevent a killing, but what happens when someone is already dead? Will he care? Not knowing these kinds of answers was kind of my biggest issue when making these calculations. Ichiro Taida, the ultimate doctor, has a 9% chance of being a victim, 17% chance of being a killer, 60% chance of being a survivor, and a 7% chance of being the mastermind. His survival rate is high because I predict he won't care much about anything besides actual injuries, therefore not involving him much with others. I also see him quite unlikely to kill as much as others due to his lethargy and apathy, which means lack of motivation. Ichiro's highest death rate was a tie between being a Chapter 2 victim and a Chapter 5 victim. Now we have Kazuya Makishima, the ultimate golfer. If it wasn't obvious already from the bio, Kazuya would most definitely be a hated character. His ego is probably so high it would make Kaito Momoto illuminate the grounds. Kazuya is apparently perfect at everything, which would make him an oh-so-fun addition to the investigation and trials. You might call me a loser, but joke's on you, Kazuya. I'm taller than you. Kazuya Makishima, the ultimate golfer, has a 32% chance of being a victim, 32% chance of being a killer, 29% chance of being a survivor, and an 8% chance of being the mastermind. Surprisingly enough, Kazuya has the most balanced chances out of all the students. This derives from what I've seen back when I made the calculations, where I see Mitsuba and Kazuya hang together in some of the arts. Perhaps Mitsuba's death may incite a change in Kazuya? Kazuya's highest death rate resides as a Chapter 3 victim. Well, now we have Goro Yamaoka, the ultimate sumo wrestler. According to his bio, it seems he will be the gentle giant of the cast. I know it's obvious, but I can most definitely see Goro butting heads with Daigo more often than not. Like Daigo, Goro will also seem like a level-headed fighter, but might also resort to using brawn over brain when the going gets tough. Goro Yamaoka, the ultimate sumo wrestler, has a 38% chance of being a victim, 43% chance of being a killer, 19% chance of being a survivor, and a 1% chance of being the mastermind. Similar to Daigo, once again, I find it hard to picture Goro as a survivor, let alone the mastermind. What may seem shocking to most of you is that his highest death rate is not in Chapter 4, eliminating a trope, and is instead derived from being the Chapter 3 killer. The last student we have is Ume Omori, the ultimate cultist. You could probably pretty much guess her personality from just her appearance alone. She is one of the few students you can judge from just the cover. It's simple. She likes demons and ghosts. She wants to be friends with them. She wants to be alone. Classic. My biggest question is whether she is willing to take her hobbies to the extreme. When I mean extreme, I mean, like blood sacrifices or I must kill to please my ghost friend. Those kinds of extremes. She feels like that kind of person, no? Ume Omori, the ultimate cultist, holds a 26% chance of being a victim, a 51% chance of being a killer, a 19% chance of being a survivor, and a 6% chance of being the mastermind. I'm not a huge fan of the cult or anything related to ghosts due to my time in this game called Phasmophobia. Yeah, scary stuff is a big no-no for me. Ume's highest death rate is from being the Chapter 1 killer. Last, and I for sure do mean the very least, the headmaster or curator of Last Hope Sanctuary, Monochrome. Apparently Monochrome is a transformer and can shape into anything due to its nanomachinery. Quite a nice curator if you ask me, just don't expect them to be too friendly. Of course, this is the face of someone that's going to make Yukio sad. Remember it. Remember it well when we plan to burn this place to the ground after our favorite characters die. And there we go, every single character review quite briefly with the addition of statistics that I've done back in my prime. I'm glad I got back to this series. I might be a little late, but hey, it's now or never. So I thank now for watching, I guess. Make sure to watch the prologue that's airing all week this week. I certainly will. Would you guys like a reaction series for it? I'm not entirely sure. I'm feeling lazy. Maybe another day. Don't want to keep you here too long if anyone is still here, that is. So with that, I bid you all farewell.